Okay, so you know who your ideal customer is. And if you don't, go check this video out first and then come back here. And if you do know who they are now, well, the question is, how do you get them to buy? In this video, we're going to take you through what's called a buyer's journey in getting your ideal customer or ideal client from being a lead to onboarding as an ideal client and working with you. So let's jump in. And hey, my name is Helena. After a career of 30 years in finance, self-employment, marketing, and business management, I now help entrepreneurs like realtors, financial advisors, and mortgage agents to build the business of their dream, to make essentially a lead magnet machine. So part of the way for you to convert a lead into a customer would be how you go about nurturing that lead, or how do you make them feel that they belong and that they should work with you. You also do this if you want them to become repeat buyers as well, or repeat referrals. You really want to be able to take care of your clients in the best way, and here are some ideas that you can do in this stage. So email marketing and newsletters, this is huge. This is a great way for you to stay in constant contact with your clients so you are top of mind when they are thinking of things like selling or buying a home, or buying life insurance, or investing, or having a mortgage mature and using you instead of just going to a local bank. So email marketing and newsletters are a really great way to stay top of mind with your clients, whether they're a lead or a repeat buyer. It really allows them to continually to see you as the expert and that you still continue to bring value to them, or you are bringing value to them. So when it's their time to buy, they think of you instead of somebody else who's just local or somebody else who has referred somebody else. So this is a great way to stay in front of anyone who has become a lead. Another way to nurture a relationship with a client is giveaways, gifts, any kind of contest, having them participate in some of the decisions you make in your business. So for instance, if I was going to change my couch to orange or blue, I could put that out there and ask my clients, hey, what do you think, orange or blue? And have them provide some feedback. They really love to be able to feel like they want to participate or be involved in your business in some way. Now, we do see the opposite of that sometimes, where a client stops working with someone, or they feel like they can't refer somebody because they just didn't get good enough service, or perhaps there was even something nefarious that happened. There are some ways that you could be making a mistake right now in your business, and let's look at those too now. So if a client calls you, this means you need to be right on top of that. They have taken the time to dial your number. They feel it's so urgent that they can't email you, that they can't text you, that they need to talk to you. And yes, I know some generations just prefer phone over email or text, but for the most part, if somebody is calling you, it is urgent and you need to answer it. And then a text as well. Text is almost as urgent as a phone call, I would say, but not quite there. And then email, if somebody is emailing you, then yes, you need to respond to that. Even if you can't get to it right away, a quick email back to say, I acknowledge your email, I'm on it, sorry, give me 24 hours. That's enough to make your client feel that they have been seen, that they have been heard, that they're not sitting in some kind of void somewhere out there being ignored. Also, if your messaging and your voice or your vibe of your business doesn't mesh with them, then this is another thing that's going to deter people from working with you or even reaching out to be a lead for you. So for instance, if you're constantly posting political things that really doesn't align to your ideal viewer or your ideal client, then chances are you are just going to be another voice on social media for them. They're not going to feel engaged that they belong exactly with you because you don't mesh with what they believe or think. Also, if you have switched locations, Like, for instance, moving from a brokerage to another brokerage, or if you have kind of changed the way that you're doing business, if you have not expressed that to your existing email base or client base, then they are going to be very surprised when they find out otherwise. Because some clients out there do still believe that a certain brand represents them. And I'm not talking about you as the brand, I'm talking about the brand perhaps that you are behind. So if you are not giving them updates on what's happening in your business, then they're going to feel that disconnect. So let's switch it up now and look at some of the ways that you can get leads. And understand, I am old school. I started door knocking, selling things when I was 8 years old. I had no shame whatsoever. And I will say, door knocking is still a really, really great way to get business. And for instance on this, just yesterday, it was -10 here in Canada. And I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. I apologize for my American viewers. But I had a real estate agent come and knock on my door, introduce themselves, and personally hand me a business card. I don't know that person. However, I am now feeling vested that if I were considering a move, I would look at them, I would talk to them. It also gave me the opportunity to introduce myself as well in what I do, and it was a really great connection for us all around. But still, I love the tenacity, and this was a person who you wouldn't expect would be door knocking based on their age. So I was really amazed to see somebody would take that kind of initiative at their age. So bravo to them. Some of the other ways that you can get leads, and just understand, really you want to make sure you are kind of funneling them into your brand and your business. So if you're posting on social media, you're going to want to get them to either come to a blog or get into your email or visit your website or visit your MLS listing or whatever it is that you want them to do. But when they are there, that is your opportunity to get them into your business further. So with social media, and that includes static posts as well as videos. If you're talking blog posts, if you're talking any kind of video, whether it's long form or short form, you want to be able to make sure you have a system that can take them from a viewer to a lead to then a potential buyer or part of your business process, where you can then nurture them through various ways. And that could be calls, that could be texts, that could be newsletters, that could be emails. There's so many different ways, contests. There's just so many ways you can engage with them. And the more you engage, the more they feel vested in giving back to you as well. The other thing also is when you have them in your email pipeline and you are being active in newsletters and communication and contests and all of the things that you could provide value to your clients, even a returning or current client will feel vested to stay with you. So even if they have moved out of state or province, perhaps they have a friend looking to buy and sell where you still are, you are top of mind still for that person. And creating networks where you can still work with other agents in those areas as a referral partnership, fantastic for the networking opportunity as well. Highly recommend it. So there's so many things that you can get out of nurturing and keeping your clients engaged and bringing them through a buyer's journey with you. So we talked just about networking there, and I really want to make sure you understand that your partners, your referral partners, your networking opportunities, you have to treat them also like a client. They need to feel like they belong with you as well. They need to feel vested in growing your business as much as theirs. And how you do that is by nurturing relationships with them as well. And that could be having them as part of your newsletter. It could also be regular visits, social engagements. I often go out for lunch with some people I'd like to meet with, or even breakfast. Breakfast is actually really great for certain professions because you get in early, you get to meet, it doesn't interfere with the rest of their day, and it gives you the opportunity to give something back with not a whole lot of cost. Breakfast is pretty inexpensive. A good meal will go a long way with nurturing a relationship. So yes, your referral partners, you need to also keep them on a loop in visiting them and making sure that they are engaged with you, because the moment you are not top of mind and somebody else comes in there and does what you're trying to do better, you're going to have some stiff competition, and you want to make sure that you are going to take care of them so then they can take care of you. It has to be a reciprocal kind of relationship. If you are constantly asking and not giving, the relationship won't go anywhere, unfortunately. So when you are working with your partners, make sure you provide value and engagement exactly like you would do for a client. One of the ways that I do local marketing is very similar actually to what realtors do. There's these things called pop-by gifts, and I'll put a sample of it somewhere on the screen here right now. But basically what I do with these is I use them as kind of an icebreaker, you could say. So it might be a bag of gum, and it says, just popping by to introduce myself. And it has my business card. It's a cheeky, fun way of introducing who I am, and it doesn't cost me a lot. But I go and I introduce myself, I bring that. It allows me to open doors without a lot of friction, I guess you would say. I'm able to come in there and introduce myself and be known locally by that kind of door knocking motto as well. I also offer lead magnets. So lead magnets are basically something that a client or a prospect would find value in. So these can be lists, these can be guides, these can be a whole bunch of things that somebody's looking for. So for instance, a realtor, if you created a first-time home buyer's guide with your brand on it, that would be a really great way for first-time home buyers to reach out to you, because you have provided them the information that they need from the looking through buying journey. And then you can also pivot them to homeowner guides and a few other things. So they constantly feel engaged that you are giving back in every step. I already talked about this, but email marketing, I cannot stress how beneficial this is. And those lead magnets, those are the perfect way for you to be able to get them into your email list. I know some facilities out there do pay-per-click marketing, getting leads for you. There's many IDX, if you're a realtor, IDX services out there that will create a landing page, and then you pay monthly a cost for you to be able to get leads from them. They're usually not great leads because they are just so generic that everyone is using. If you are not standing out, you just look like everyone else. And if you are talking to everyone, you are not talking to anyone. So email lists are a great way for you to be able to grow your business that you own no matter where you go. And by offering lead magnets and giving value, this is a fantastic way of being able to build that list for you as well. One of the things that are instrumental to my business and all of my career that's behind me is a CRM. And there's been times that I didn't have a CRM in places that I work, but I built one myself, just using Excel, or now there's Google Sheets. But basically you need a contact relationship management system that allows you to know who is a lead, who is engaged, who is buying, who is selling, who can you reapproach for leads later, who needs to provide you with a review. It allows you to mark where you are in your workflow process, as well as to make sure none of the things like somebody saying, hey, can you give me a call? And you say, yeah, I'll call you in a couple of hours. And you forget to call them in a couple of hours because you didn't write it down or put it in something. My CRM is really kind of my second brain. It is where everything I need to do in my business goes. And I have used Notion, I have used Salesforce, I've used Pipedrive, I've used Zoho, I've used HubSpot, I've used Honeybook when I was doing photography and digital video. I have used Excel, I have used Google Sheets. Whatever the case may be, whatever I needed to do in that moment is what I did. But if I was doing sales only again, I would really just use a CRM that is very easy to use, that it keeps my contacts all in one spot, keeps my... Oops, sometimes cameras run out of battery while you're recording. Mine did, unfortunately. So I'll jump back into CRMs. If I were doing sales again, the CRM I would use would be very simple. It would have contact management, keeping my contacts in there. It would have task management, anything I would need to do. It would record any of the special details about my clients and then have a workflow process. So I knew exactly where all my clients were at any point in time. When I use a CRM to its fullest, I never have a client or a detail fall through the crack, but it does involve creating the system and following through. And if you try it, I hear for 30 days, you create a new habit. I absolutely highly suggest every realtor get and use a CRM to its full capacity and make sure it is something you own and not owned by a brokerage or someone else, where you would be able to take those details, those information, those contacts with you no matter where you go, or if you stop paying or whatever the case may be. You want something that you own yourself independently. So now you know how to get leads and nurture them and onboard them and make them clients and get them to buy and rebuy and review and your partners. You all know that now. So what's next? Below this video, there's a link, and that will take you to our Ideal Client Avatar Workbook. It will allow you to be able to figure out who you want to sell to and then how to sell to them and what you need to do to nurture that relationship from beginning to end and ongoing throughout. So if you click the link below, that workbook's for you. And while you're there, I would love if you could give me a subscribe, because that really allows me to know you got value out of this as well. And with that, I thank you. That's a wrap. I appreciate you and see you in the next video.